just like they talk about cage free. It's like you have to feed them beers and massage them and
I feel
shit.
like that's a Japanese thing.
Yeah, they do it the best. And
I can't imagine American Wagyus being fed like Miller Lite. And
they're
then
watching ESPN and baseball.
Welcome to the Worst Asian Podcast, where a couple Asian American millennials give you our shitty opinions on all things Asian. My name is still Lingjie. I'm here with my co-host, still Ben.
Yeah.
How are you, Mr.
Good.
Ben?
Good.
Mr. Ben.
Imagine I talk like this.
Recently, when we were at our friend, the CTO's house for his son's birthday party and we were leaving, someone was asking, where's Uncle Ben, to one of the kids. And then one of the other kids pointed at me and said, he's right there.
I think you told us about that.
What the fuck?
What's it? One of our friend's kids.
And then later at a different person's house the same
I
day,
know who you're talking
she looked at me and said, Uncle, insert wrong name.
I think there was one point, I think the same daughter, right?
Yeah.
She just looked at me. She's like, Uncle. And she just couldn't figure out my name.
Did you walk away?
I was like, Ben? And she's like, and she still didn't say it. She's like, I think he's lying.
It's like, that's not who you are.
Yeah, she's gonna
Uncle
start saying
Jerome, you're so funny.
She's gonna say uncle. She's gonna forget everyone. She's gonna call me auntie or some shit one day.
Kids. All right. I hope you're doing okay. This is the last episode that we're recording.
Thank God.
Forever.
Triple headers, bro. They're tough.
Kidding. This is the last episode of a triple header. So we are trying our best right now. I actually think we have more energy right now for this third episode than we do during the past triple headers that we've done.
We're getting better at this.
Like, I feel like this is okay right now. I feel
this is okay.
It might be due to all the sugar from this fruit platter.
Yeah.
It's the sugar and the caffeine.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
The Red Bull, the coffee, the C4, the fruit platter.
Because usually after the second one, we're just like, all right, we need to take like a nap.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like taking a nap.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know if it's this heat stroke I'm getting from this lighting.
From the lights.
But I definitely feel like every time we're done, I've noticed I take a nap in between.
Do you?
I have to take a nap because after this, I usually go to work.
Are you going to? But you're going to work right after this too.
This one I have to go straight to work. I'm hoping I could take a nap on the train and just not get stuck on it.
Oh, you mean go past your stop?
Yeah, or like it goes to the city and then it goes back out to like Long Island or some shit.
No, the conductor will kick you off if you're at the end, right?
It's like, hey, fucking homeless guy from that podcast, get the fuck out of here. What's wrong with you?
Weird side note. Do you have any more podcast stickers?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I'm trying to think if I have some in my book bag.
What?
No.
Do you just carry them around?
Yeah, I place them everywhere.
Do you?
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty
Fuck
funny.
yeah, bro. I just go like podcast. Yeah, man. Anytime I think there's a place I could do it.
We're going to get a ticket or like a citation for somewhere.
But technically, we can't because we could say like...
someone else put our logo somewhere.
There we fucking... Unless they have a camera. It's like, is this you? Fuck. Imagine it's like me like waving.
Yeah.
Sticker. It's like on a fucking... Like someone's Tesla.
Go to a Michelin star restaurant, just slap it onto the toilet stall.
Oh my God. That'd be fucking hilarious. Like I put it right under the fucking table.
Yeah.
In the middle. They're like, sir, we're going to the cops.
All right, guys, we're going to get right into the actual topic today because I think we have a lot to discuss. And if we don't have a lot to discuss, then this will be a shorter episode.
Yeah, that's pretty much
it. Feels like we have a lot to discuss.
Yeah.
We always like to talk about different foods because Ben and I enjoy calories into our mouths.
Mm-hmm.
And we also find that sometimes a lot of you guys have a lot to connect with when we talk about different Asian cuisines and whatnot.
Yes.
So we're going to do another food-themed episode right now. This time we're giving some of our hottest takes on Asian food.
Ooh.
And by hot take, Ben, partially I'm explaining this to you because when we were getting this topic ready, I think Ben didn't really get the topic. We're just going to do some hot takes on Asian food. So for instance, if I say kimchi sucks, not that it does suck, that would be a hot take.
This is where our friendship is over.
Something along those lines, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
For the most part, it's not too many hot takes because I feel like I, generally speaking, much like you, I have like a pretty wide palate. I like eating all different kinds of stuff. And there's not many things that I actually hate eating. So these hot takes are not necessarily like the craziest things, or maybe some of them will be.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll kind of get into it. We'll go back and forth again, that same style, and we'll just talk about different things. Ben, you want to go first this time? Or should I go first?
I could do that. I was just going to say, for the record, when we're doing these hot takes, it was when I was thinking of some. I was trying to get some inspiration from others, aka stealing ideas. And I was going to say there's some really bad hot takes, But there was just one that really stood out, and I was
Does
like,
it have to be a hot take that you believe in, or can it just be a hot take, period?
I think some of these hot takes that I've seen, it's so ridiculous. It's just they're just trying to do it for like they're trying to grab attention.
Just trying to trigger something, right?
Yeah. So like one I saw was like, putting cheese on Chinese takeout. Right?
What variety of Chinese takeout?
So I ended up watching some of the video and I was like, I can't watch this because it wasn't even funny. But it was, I mean, maybe to some people, but it was like they ordered a bunch of like Chinese takeout. So they had like chicken fried rice, they had like orange chicken, and they're just putting cheese on top of it.
That's not really a hot take. That's just them doing weird stuff.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I was like, a hot take, there's some rules to a hot take. I think a hot take has to be like really intriguing, and it's like
It has to go against the norm.
right. It's supposed to be controversial. That's the best way of putting it. But sometimes controversy versus, like you said, is it weird? It's like, or is it just like some kind of like really like a cash grab?
Yeah, putting cheese on Chinese food is not necessarily even a hot take. That's just you trying something weird.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think you even like. You're
All right,
just
Ben,
doing this.
let's see if you understood this topic. Ben,
Yes.
what is your first Asian food hot take?
So, like you mentioned before, mine was about kimchi. I said, can kimchi really go on everything, or go with everything?
Oh, so you don't think kimchi should go on every single thing?
I don't know. What's it? I saw one thing where I think someone bought like a Cat's Deli pastrami sandwich.
And they put kimchi on it?
Yeah. Oh no, it was a Philly cheesesteak. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I would do that.
Okay. That is see, you're already disproving your own hot take because a Philly cheesesteak is greasy and salty.
Yes.
The kimchi acidity with the spices might actually be good
might
to
help.
cut through that fat.
Exactly.
That is not a bad idea.
right.
But to your point, I don't think kimchi needs to go on every single thing to make it quote unquote Korean.
Right. So, but at the same time, if I was trying to do that for a pastrami Cat's Deli sandwich, I would be like, this is disgusting. I cannot do it with the pepper, all that pepper.
For those of you that have never had it, it's just a pastrami sandwich on rye bread.
Right. And but the thing is that it's slow cooked, but there's a lot of pepper. There's a big dry rub on it, and I realized dry rub with kimchi is not really.
No. Yeah.
That can't work.
You need kimchi with fat.
Yeah,
something moist and fat.
Exactly. So that's why like kimchi mayo is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But I would say that's like a hot take where some people think like they have to have kimchi with everything. You don't really have to.
Do you think it's weird sometimes when I go to Korean restaurants and they don't serve kimchi as part of the banchan?
That'd be fucking that's a red flag. Bro, that's dangerous.
But I've been to like I was telling you on
shit.
On the last episode where I said I found that budujjigae place, right?
Yes.
That was very authentic. It was like a ajumma coming out of the back serving us. It was like a nice Korean family.
Yeah.
The people that were eating there were all like older Korean people. So by all accounts, it looked to be a very authentic Korean restaurant. But the banchan that they served was the cold shredded lettuce with sauce, which is more of a Japanese thing. And like
I was going to say that's coleslaw.
and two different radish type things, but no kimchi.
There wasn't radish kimchi maybe?
No. It was just
really.
What's radish kimchi? Is it white?
So there is something called like 물 kimchi, what is like water. Water. It means water, pretty much. But yeah, so that's actually a form of kimchi too. So kimchi is technically just anything fermented is kimchi, technically.
Oh, because I was thinking more of a red Napa cabbage as kimchi.
So was that radish? Was it white?
It was white,
with
radish.
Carrots? Was there carrots
with
in there?
Carrots.
Green onions?
No green onions, but
garlic?
it was white and orange, carrots,
okay,
and radish.
Also,
Daikon
by the way,
radish, I think.
I love how you said orange carrots as if carrots are. I just realized, I was like, yes, as opposed to those green carrots.
No, there are purple. There are purple carrots.
Oh, you're right.
There are purple carrots.
You're right.
Yeah,
My bad,
dumbass. There are purple carrots.
You're
okay.
so proud. He's like, yeah, you fucking moron.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you for not ever
Yeah,
trying
you fucking racist orange carrot.
artisanal
Fuckface.
carrots.
That's true. I am proving wrong. There are white
So
carrots
is that kimchi then? That's not kimchi. That's a rabbit.
It's technically a kimchi.
A rabbit. That's radish.
I think it's a type of kimchi, bro. I think it's called mood kimchi.
Okay, I'm just wanting Napa cabbage red kimchi.
No, I would say for sure if there was a Korean restaurant that didn't have the good old traditional red Napa cabbage, right? Kimchi, that place is not, get out of there. It's a trap.
I might take you to this place. They felt super authentic, and the food was actually really good.
No, I believe you, dude. I would love to. There's any time I love having budujjigae, especially in the wintertime.
Yeah,
with some soju.
so good.
And it's always a big ass portion, bro.
Yeah, so good.
I'm down, bro. I'm down for that.
So to your point, kimchi
Yes.
on everything is probably overrated.
Right.
Honestly, I'm not even a big fan of kimchi fried rice. That's not even a hot take, but I feel like
Yeah.
kimchi fried rice to me is not as good as like a standard Cantonese style fried rice.
Oh yeah. You're right about that. I will give you that one. Yes. I was gonna say also there's gonna be a lot of hot takes that I think will piss off people, but that's what we do best.
I guess sticking to the whole Korean thing. The first one from my list is, and I'm sorry to all my Korean friends out there, but I think Mandu is the worst of the Asian dumplings.
Oh fuck.
Take a second to think about that.
You know what, bro?
Digest it slightly.
I'm gonna agree with you on that, actually.
Because you have Chinese xiaolong baos,
yes,
shenjiang baos. You have momos also.
Yeah.
You have Japanese gyozas with the crispy crust.
Yeah.
All of those, I would say, are better than standard Korean mandus.
Yeah. I would even say that, like, the fact that you guys have, like, Asian cultures have spring rolls or egg rolls,
Yeah.
that's like a new element like us Koreans don't have.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I'm gonna have to give you that, bro.
Mandu is traditionally, or not traditionally, but it's
Mhm.
more readily available just steamed, right? You guys tend
Yeah.
to steam it more than, is it steamed or boiled? It's probably
Steamed.
boiled.
No, you're right, steamed.
Is it steamed or
It's
boiled?
Steamed.
Okay, but there is less fried mandu than there is steamed /
Yes.
boiled mandu.
Yes. Shout out to our friend, the CTO friend. There's that dumpling spot in Flushing Main Street. That's mad cheap.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember, I think that was the first time I actually went to that spot and like had like, I guess Chinese dumplings, I think. Or it was
Did you
just
never
like,
have Chinese dumplings before that?
but that's the thing too, like you can't, it's really hard to, you know, differentiate.
I guess
both of
Chinese
these.
dumplings from a Chinese takeout place is not the same thing.
Yeah, but yo, I remember to this day, it's delicious. It's making my mouth water.
You know
right
that
now.
place is still there.
Yeah.
That
yeah. And do you
it's
like,
between Gyokaku
yes.
and the other like Japanese toy store. It's
oh
still
shit, yeah.
it's still the same window
yeah.
in the exact same spot that it used to be.
For all you Flushing heads out there, it's pretty much right across the Starbucks on the corner that's been there since I think when we were in middle school.
Yeah, by the Flushing Public Library.
Yeah, that's
Diagonally across from there.
where the freaking where that Chinese dude shot his Chinese girl. Remember that shit?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
Oh
don't-
wow,
you
wow.
remember that?
Yeah, that was the same street.
Yo, like he was, and
Oh,
the,
damn.
and the lover was like in the middle, like, and he was just trying to like shoot her, like around the neck, like stop moving.
Talking about bringing back weird, shitty memories of Flushing.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but Mandu, it's not that Mandu is bad.
yeah,
It's just that I think out of all the other Asian dumplings,
yeah,
it's really
Bland?
just bland.
yeah. It's almost like it's just like it's like very mid, right? I'm using the term. It's very average.
For a culture that loves your spices and seasonings,
Yes,
Mandu tends to be the most tamed down flavor of Korean cuisine.
That's a really good. Yeah, that's a good point, dude. I'm thinking about. I love how there's so much more variety. I love wontons too, bro. Fucking crispy wontons. Is that considered dumpling?
I would put
Right?
it in the same category.
So there's one dish that like I don't know what it's called, but it's like these crispy egg noodles inside with like a broth,
yeah,
light broth, and then there's these shrimp fucking wontons in there. Shit,
the soft ones or the fried ones?
they're soft, but fried ones are good too, bro. Like that's the thing. See, like, fuck, it's so fucking fire. But yeah, I think
Because a dumpling is basically just a
doughy.
doughy skin with
Yeah.
filling inside, right?
Yes, yes.
And whatever shape and form and whatever way you cook it, I would consider that a form of dumpling.
Yeah,
So like momos, I think are better because momos like have better sauces that go with it as well.
better sauces. I think also the meat to dough ratio is really important.
It's better. Mandus tend to be a little
Very-
bit thicker than other dumplings are.
I would even make the argument they're a little too much. It's just fluff.
Oh, the thing about momos also is they also sometimes have some dairy inside, either like a cheese or something.
I never had that. Really?
Yeah, so that adds like another flavor to it as well.
Whoa, I never had
Even
that.
Japanese gyozas, just the way that they cook it with that crispy bottom altogether,
Yeah.
and like the little cornstarch that they pour in, just that
Yes.
technique makes what would otherwise be a also boring kind of dumpling better.
Yes. When I worked at Nobu, we had these things called these Wagyu gyozas. And what?
That sounds so good right now.
Yo, dude, so this is the thing. So what they do is that they only have usually around 5 orders of it.
Yeah.
So it's every time people
Wait,
the first
The whole service
Restaurant,
night would
yeah.
have 5 orders?
You're right. So it's an off the menu special. So I
Oh,
guess
okay.
for all you people that have never been to Nobu, there's like a Nobu hack. Usually you will never see something called Wagyu gyozas on the Nobu menu, but it's an off the menu special. So what you do is you talk to them. At the time it was $25, but this is like almost a decade ago.
For how many dumplings?
5.
And they're standard size dumplings?
They're like good size. It's like the size a little bigger than that little cantaloupe thing. You could say like a little
But
larger.
that's $5 a dumpling though, even if
Right.
they're on the larger side.
So this is the thing though. The sauce is like a sesame kind of ponzu dipping sauce, delicious. There's 5 pieces. The reason why there's only 5 orders of these is because when they're I guess filleting the wagyu, all the scraps, they turn those scraps and they use it.
Oh,
into the
I gotcha. I
dumplings.
gotcha. So
So
you're
that's why it's
using
an
the
off the menu.
off product of a regular dish
Yes.
instead of just throwing those
It's-
Wagyu scraps
right.
up.
And what's inside those Wagyu dumplings, dude, is also foie gras. So,
Dude.
yo, yeah, you can picture it now, right?
Yeah.
And then that sesame ponzu, because of the ponzu with the sesame, it's still like really rich, but it's acidic. It's delicious. So every time people come in, the first thing all these like finance bros,
They always
like-
order that.
they're like, yo, I need to order. And like if it's really busy, like it'll be like 10 guys, and it'll be like, yo, we need 2 orders. We're like, we can only do 1. Like,
And that's
there's-
before it's already been sold out.
yeah, dude. And these guys like fight for it, bro. That's probably one of the best gyozas I've ever had. But gyozas are up there, especially I'm a crispy guy. As
Me
opposed
too.
to
Me
steam,
too.
right?
Me too. I prefer crispy.
Right.
Yeah.
And-
It's probably less healthy for you,
Oh,
obviously.
definitely, yeah.
But I think just that textural contrast on the inside, crispy skin is always better.
Right.
Which one of those Asian dumplings do you like as your favorite though?
That's a good question.
Xiaolong bao,
bro.
shencheng bao, momos, mandus, gyozas,
I kind of.
wontons, crispy or soup.
Oh man, wontons are really good though.
Do you
Like
count like shumais as dumplings, like the dim sum shumai?
I can, yeah, I'll count that.
That's kind of like a dumpling too.
I would just say in general. I think China. I think, you guys.
Me people?
Yeah, me people.
Me
you
people?
peoples. You peoples. Like you guys definitely take the number 1 power ranking.
We definitely have variety also.
Yeah. Then I think it's the Japanese.
Really?
I'm trying to think. I don't
Because
know.
you know, like a gyoza by itself is pretty basic.
A gyoza.
But the technique that they do it with the crispy bottom and the
Right.
soft top,
Yeah.
that's what makes it good.
I think it's because like Japanese cuisine, like they try to do a lot more variety. Where, like you mentioned, Korean mandu is it's literally I can picture it's like pork, green onions, and like fucking like glass noodles in there.
By the way, guys, I'm pretty sure there are a few like over the top really good mandus.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying this
yeah.
more as like a general statement overall.
I would say like if we can like contemporary Korean restaurants, I hope they do a spin on that. There's gonna be a pop up where they're gonna do like these crazy avant garde like mandus now.
Yeah.
I would say yeah, you peoples, China,
You people,
China definitely wins it, bro.
China's dumplings are definitely better.
I kind of don't think momos are that great, only because I have really bad food poisoning recently.
That's just because you have one bad momo.
Yeah, it was.
By the way,
I think it was the dairy sauce.
momos are like a dumpling from Tibet,
Yeah.
and certain parts of Nepal also have.
Yeah.
It's also called a momo.
Yeah, shout out to you Tenzins out there.
Yep.
Yeah, all you Tenzins
you got
and Jampans.
food poisoning from one momo, which doesn't mean that every single one is bad for you.
Ooh, I remember that was bad, but I remember as soon as I ate it, like I walked, I was like, "Oh, this is
Was it
kicking
the
in."
dairy dipping sauce?
Yeah,
So it's not even the momo itself then.
yeah, because I was like thinking, I was like, it can't be the momo, but I was like, this dairy sauce has been sitting out here, and it was a hot day, and I'm pretty sure, like, I was like, this is just spoiled as milk at this point that I'm putting in my fucking body.
All right, Ben, what's next on your hot take?
Let's see. Oh, I think bubble tea is overrated.
Me too. I agree.
Yeah?
I agree.
What's it? Sorry to your wife, because I know she's a fanatic. She's a stan.
She used to be a bigger fan of bubble tea
Uh-huh.
more in the past. I think she's kind of like dialed it down. To your point,
Yes.
the fact that you see all these bubble tea restaurants and the main way that they can differentiate themselves is by adding something crazy to the bubble tea kind of shows you that it's like oversaturated also. Did I tell you recently, like my wife had some bubble tea that she kind of is into where it just has like clear noodles inside of it.
What?
Yeah, not savory, salty noodles,
Oh, okay.
but they're noodles
Yeah.
inside of her
Uh-huh.
bubble tea. And they add like a textural thing, which I'm not saying it tastes bad. I'm just
Uh-huh.
saying that the fact that you have to go that far to differentiate your bubble tea.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, I don't like tapioca. I think tapioca is gross.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll eat it, but I think it's gross.
That's maybe a hotter take than the bubble tea is
Oh,
overrated
yeah?
kind of thing.
So yeah,
Because I like the chewy texture of a good tapioca.
yeah.
Because some aren't cooked improperly or not cooked through, but like a good tapioca with a nice chew,
Yes.
I think that's actually good.
I'm not gonna lie. I get really pissed when the tapioca is very undercooked and it has that. It's almost like eating undercooked rice.
It has like a ball in the middle, like a solid ball in the middle.
Yeah, and like it has that grainy texture, and
Yep.
I'm like, I get really upset about that. So we'll say this: when the tapioca is cooked perfectly, it is. Yeah, it's enjoyable. But so when I do go, I always purposely ask them as little tapioca as possible, because also I think
So
it's
then you're just having a milk tea then.
no, I'll have a little. Like I would say, like when you look at the boba tea, right? It's like what 3 to 4 inches of the fucking tapioca. I like
Maybe like a third of the cup
yeah.
is tapioca.
I would like just like if I could tell him to count it, I'd be like, yo, at
You want
max,
6 balls?
yeah, I'd be like 15 tapioca balls max. Yo, I would be the worst.
You would-
Yo, imagine that's me being a fucking Karen at like a Starbucks, being like, yo, I need 4.5 pumps. You know, I'll be like, they'll be like, yo, go fuck
13,
yourself.
13 and a half bobas in there.
Also, shout out to Starbucks. I think if some of these guests are being really fucking belligerent, yo, just treat it like they're members at a club or a bar. Put them on the blacklist and just ban their ass.
No, Starbucks can't do that.
I know. But you
Starbucks
know what I'm
is
saying,
too
right?
big of a company to take a PR hit like that.
I don't think it's a PR hit, bro.
No,
I think
Unless you have like video evidence
that's what I'm saying. Yes.
of them doing something over the top. Over the top.
Bro, the fact that like there's multiple cases of people throwing their fucking drink at these employees, I'm like, yo, not only should you get your ass arrested, you should be banned and you should be sued. Like, why would you do that to like a high school kid that's just like,
Trying his best just to fucking work.
yeah, bro. And then these kids end up crying. I'm like, bro, like, yo, you're an asshole over coffee.
Yeah, that's why Gen Z is so poor, because they don't want to get jobs.
Yo, yeah, you're like, do you know what this does to my mental? Like, that's true.
They gotta
bro.
take time off with their mental health.
Yeah. So
Next thing you know, like 2 decades later, they have no money, right?
yeah, they become like a villain to Batman.
Yeah,
and
don't
shit.
scar these little Gen Z kids that are just trying their fucking best.
Yeah. So I think okay. So yeah, bubble tea
I agree.
overrated.
Is
Tapioca,
overrated.
gross.
Tapioca, I disagree. I think tapioca is delicious when it's cooked well. I think a good bubble tea drink is not too sweet,
Mhm.
a little bit light on the milk, because sometimes it's too much milk.
Yes, dude.
I want to be able to actually taste the tea.
Yeah.
It needs good tea texture, like maybe to the point where it's slightly bitter from the tea.
You have to have. Let's be real. When the tea is a really good tea, the tannins, you could notice the tannins on your tongue. That bitterness you're talking
Is
about.
tannins the thing that's in red wine?
Yeah. So that's the bitterness you're kind of saying, that sensation, that numbing almost on that tongue. That's what I look for. That's how you know, like, oh man, this tannin of the tea is kicking in over the milk. All this fucking sugar and what'd you say, clear fucking,
Clear noodles.
fucking there's fucking japchae in there.
Have you seen?
Okay. That's what it sounds like,
There's
dude.
vermicelli in there.
Yeah, dude, that's what it sounds like, bro.
Have you seen the one thing
What
I
the
saw?
fuck?
I saw on social media maybe like a while back. They had like a bubble tea drink where it was a whole cup full of chopped green onions.
Get the fuck. Yeah, no, that has to be. That's a hot take, but they did that shit like just to like piss off.
No, that's a
people.
real thing. That's
That's a
thing.
real thing.
I'm gonna take a quick pause right now while I Google this and show Ben.
Okay.
All right, guys, I got that picture for Ben. I'm gonna show it to him right here.
No fucking.
It's just a
way.
whole cup full of chopped green onions, as if they were
What?
about to fry some rice
Yeah.
or use this as garnish.
That can't
and
be
they
real.
pour a whole milk tea into it.
That's really
Yeah,
real.
it's someplace in China.
That place should be banned.
It's called an onion latte. It's a green onion latte.
They should go fucking go to hell, dude. That's fucking gross.
Do you think that's worse, or let's say a spicy chili oil bubble tea? Would one be
Oh
worse
my
than the
God.
other?
with the fucking dairy with the chili oil?
Yeah, with like drips
Bro,
of chili oil on
dude,
top.
like, I think you just destroyed all your, bio gut. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just destroy all your fucking probiotics in there in one shot.
Yeah, that is a little bit too far.
That's-
So I was
that's
saying before,
insane.
a good bitter tea,
Yeah.
light on the milk, very light on the sugar, maybe 14 and a half tapioca only.
I was like, what are you talking about?
I actually do like when they put other like jelly kind of products into it.
Yeah, see, I'm not
No?
into that. Like, also, like, the straw is so thick, and you like, if you're fucking thirsty, and like you just fucking chug it. I think it's because like one time I bought it and I chugged it so hard the balls just went down. It sounds so fucking disgusting. But
That's
yo,
what you
it
gotta
just
do.
shot in my throat, and I was like, I think I almost died. Maybe I had a near death experience. That's why. But yeah, I just don't like it. It's like I just want to drink my liquid, but not have the threat of like foreign objects. Like I feel like I'm eating mad aspirins. That's what it feels like to me.
You know what's funny? Now
Yeah.
that you're talking about that,
Yeah.
when I first started giving my son bubble tea with the tapioca,
Yeah.
I would always be very
Worried?
conscious of the fact and worried that he might
Choke?
choke by sipping the straw too fast.
Yeah.
And then the bubble goes into it.
That straw,
So
yeah.
I used to tell him, take a tiny sip,
You have to
get one
yeah.
tapioca and start chewing it because,
Yeah.
like you, Ben is basically a 5-year-old
I am a
child.
child. Exactly.
I'm
I
just
have
worried
to
about him shooting the boba into the back of his throat and choking on it.
imagine like you know how sometimes you drink and then you laugh and it comes out your nose.
Yeah.
You imagine like instead of that milk, it's a fucking tapioca ball just fucking chunked into your nose.
I mean, all those canals in the back of your throat, they all connect, right?
Ugh.
How many kids do you think have died from choking on
Oh,
boba?
I want to say 0. I hope because it's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of too
so-
small, right?
I don't know, but kids have small,
Esophageals,
esophageal, so it's
esophageals,
possible.
esophagus sausages.
All right, let me see what is next on my list.
Yeah. What do you have? What do you have?
I wrote down here, sometimes when you have expensive Asian food, the majority of the time that I've had it, it tends to not be as good.
Yeah. Are you talking about? Can you be specific? Because I think I know what you're talking about. Expensive.
Whenever I've had expensive Chinese food, I feel it's not as good as like a mid-tier place. Because what makes it expensive is, let's say, I was going to say the quality of the ingredients, but I guess that doesn't really matter in Chinese cuisine as much.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the flavor is in the technique and the sauce. So even if I have like a really expensive Peking duck, and they tell me this is like farm raised, it's like fed this, it's fed that.
Yeah.
It's like lived by itself in like a concubine or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like it had its own PlayStation 5.
Yeah,
like some fucking crazy shit. Yeah.
So specifically when I had this Peking duck restaurant out in Flushing by Tangra Mall, right? Oh, did you have that place?
I did. Oh yeah, I did. With
Tangra
the caviar.
Mall.
With the caviar.
With the caviar.
Bullshit. Yeah. Oh shit. I could talk like a rich person today. Oh sure. Okay, I can follow this one. Yes.
So they had this.
Yes.
So they had this PS5 Beijing duck kind of thing, right?
Beijing duck. Yeah.
And then they would cut it for you. They would bring the ducks to your table. They would cut it for you. The restaurant itself is on the higher end. Yada yada.
It's very beautiful. Very beautiful.
And they
place.
cut the skin off. They put some caviar on it, and they give you it as a piece. It's good, but honestly, I can go to like the corner Cantonese restaurant, get like a duck over rice.
Right.
I think it's actually better.
So exactly what you're saying. Not only do they do with the caviar shit, they present it in this fucking wooden jewelry box bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, this is stupid. And on top of it, it's a small portion. It looks gangster, with the caviar, all that, fine.
Yeah, but good Chinese food doesn't come in a wooden box with dry ice.
Yeah, dude. Like, it was crazy. I was like, I didn't know what to do with it. But on top of it, when you eat it, it's like a one bite thing. It's nice and everything. But also, caviar doesn't go with fucking Peking duck.
Caviar doesn't go with everything. Same thing as like foie gras doesn't go with anything.
Yeah, you can.
I'm sorry. Does not go with everything.
Everything, yes.
It goes with some stuff, but not everything.
Caviar in like, especially Chinese cuisine, I was like, caviar just doesn't have a real place in Chinese cuisine because it's just too salty.
Right.
And it's like, it doesn't really pair well with anything. I was trying to think like maybe congee. You could make a really, really expensive congee.
But then there's a temperature difference that makes it kind of weird too, right?
Exactly.
I had foie gras with a Taiwanese style fried chicken sandwich, and the foie gras was like an added layer to it.
Yeah, see, that doesn't.
It added nothing to the sandwich. I thought the sandwich itself would have been better without the foie gras.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
It's like
sounds...
it was too fatty, it was too rich, it was dripping around everywhere.
Right.
And like when they add these expensive things to what otherwise would be better common Asian food,
right?
I think most of the time, not every single time, because I know people will always say, I had this really expensive something, and it was far better than the regular one. I don't dispute that.
Right.
I'm just saying most of the time, expensive Asian food tends to not be as good.
I agree with that.
The only exception is maybe Japanese sushi. The expensive one is actually better.
Yeah, it actually elevates it.
That's the one maybe exception.
I would say one time I had this hand roll. Like it was like the most decadent thing I had. But it was literally just fucking Wagyu beef, uni. I think there was
there foie gras or
there was no foie gras.
Was there caviar?
There was caviar, but not black caviar. It was like just regular like Yakura or something like that.
Yeah.
That was just decadent. And then some fucking truffles on top of that.
Oh, truffles too.
I was like, that was fucking decadent. Like bite size, that's like you're in a trip. That makes sense.
That's the stuff that you always make stuff more expensive. You add truffles, gold shavings, caviar, uni, foie gras.
I think the whole gold shavings thing is so stupid now.
Yeah, gold's pretty dumb. Gold is just there when you want to do a Guinness World Record for like the most expensive pizza.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
So you put like a gold brick on top of the pizza. like a whole gold bar. It's like, I'm having the world's most expensive pizza.
Yo, imagine.
And I lost all my teeth.
Yo, imagine like just someone like, when they do like the black pepper, the Parmesan cheese.
He's just shaving
but
gold
it's a gold bar and it's just like, would you like some gold?
He's just scraping a gold bar.
Yes, yeah, it's just fucking falling. That would be fucking hilarious.
That actually would be kind of funny.
That would be cool because then now you got an actual show.
You need like a diamond tipped pepper grinder.
Yo,
and you stick like pieces like nuggets of gold into it.
yeah.
That actually might work.
That would be cool. Yo, we are pumping so many free great ideas. We are not afraid to sue. We will sue your ass. I still remember our past episode idea.
Yeah. What? Oh, from the sorry, I won't say it.
But it is based on our episode on Asian bathrooms versus Western bathrooms.
Do you think Wagyu is overrated now? And this is something that just come into my thought right now.
No, definitely, because Wagyu is still delicious. I think you're stupid if you try to eat like an 8-ounce cut of that. I think you just can't eat a lot of it.
8 ounces is not a lot. That's not a big steak.
Yeah, it's so small. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
You're
so
saying
small.
8-ounce Wagyu is too fatty already?
Yeah,
It's too much. You're
It's
saying.
too much. I think like if you, it's like 8 ounces, like maybe like that much after it's cut. You even just taking half of it and put it in your mouth, you're gonna be like, it's like eating butter. It's comparable to butter.
When I had a Wagyu buffet, I'm pretty sure I ate more than 8 ounces of Wagyu, and that was perfectly fine.
Oh, like you didn't feel sick?
No,
Can I ask you, would you recommend it, or it's like a one-time thing?
I personally would go back as often as my wallet can afford it.
Oh, so you really enjoyed it.
I would not. I would tell most people who are not in my health situation to not go there very often.
Health and financial situation. That's the main thing. That's what you need to say. You have to have two factors.
Because our gorgeous friend on the highway, he went to it once.
Yeah.
He went to it once, and then
He
he's like,
hated it.
No, he said it was good, but he's like, I can't have this again because it was
Right.
too rich, it was too decadent.
Right.
I, on the other hand, the second time I went back to it, I ate even more because I realized the first time I ate too slow. So the second time I ate even faster.
So there you go, guys. You have a good idea. They're gonna when you make the reservation, they ask for your credit score and your blood pressure.
They have this thing where on the grill that they cook the Wagyu for you, they use like this nice toasted bread kind of thing. Not for you to eat, but to like scoop up
The fat?
the fat.
I would eat that bread.
I ate all the bread. I was like, I was like, sir,
Yeah.
can I have that? He's like, this is mainly. I'm like, I know. And he just kept, yeah. So he brought more of the
So-
bread. He kept like scraping more of the
And then
fat.
he just put it in your mouth. He's like, here you go.
That bread with a piece of Wagyu on it, absolutely delicious.
That sounds fucking delicious, actually, dude.
My cardiologist is probably not very happy, but absolutely delicious.
Yo, that Wagyu fat, you could do that Wagyu fat with like a jam even on that bread.
yeah.
And that would be like the best toast you probably ever had.
You know what helped to cut into it? I had some nammyeon on the side.
Num num.
Nammyeon? Some
Nammyeon?
nammyeon?
Yeah.
Some cold Korean buckwheat
Buckwheat.
noodles on the
Oof.
side.
Oof.
And then obviously we had some kimchi and we had some other cold, more salty, dry, bitter, acidic kind of banchans. And that
Uh-huh.
actually helped a lot with the very fatty Wagyu.
That makes sense. Yeah, no, so the best pairing is like Korean barbecue and fucking delicious as 물 naengmyeon.
What?
It's like, so there's two types of naengmyeons. That's why. So there's a like, bibimbap, right? Mixing the rice thing, right, with the vegetables in the hot stone oh my god, pot. Holy crap, right?
Bowl.
The bowl, thank you. The bowl. So that's called like a so there's that. So there's a it's called bibimbap, but there's a bibin naengmyeon.
There's a bibimbap nammyeon?
Yeah, so all that, I don't like that. I don't think you'll like it, but it's pretty much like the naengmyeon, and they put like this big dollop of sauce on top, and you just mix it.
And is it hot or cold?
It's still cold, but it's more like you like gochujang?
Yeah.
It's gochujang based.
Okay.
I really don't like it. I think it's just too much gochujang.
Oh, I think I've had that before.
you probably have.
It's too much sauce.
Too much sauce, exactly.
I
Like,
think I got that as my entree, and it was too much for me to eat by myself because the
Right?
sauce was too rich.
yeah,
It's good to be shared. Everyone has a couple bites.
exactly. Like if you have something really rich and fatty, like meats, perfect. But I think moon naengmyeon is perfect, and the way you get that vinegar and the mustard,
Yeah.
oh man, just I can eat that. I actually had that last weekend. I was like, I'm gonna come back to this place just for that.
Nice. So we're saying Wagyu is not overrated, right?
I don't think
Wagyu still.
I don't think so, because I still think it has its place in the kitchen and cuisine, and it's delicious.
Do you know what's the
moderation.
difference? Is Wagyu just the American version? Like, is it because you know how they throw around the word Wagyu so much nowadays when you get
Right.
anything?
Well,
Is Wagyu still Wagyu, or is Wagyu now just becoming a more general term for like higher end beef, and it's not actually like a specific tier?
so pretty much it's like fat content and the way they raise it. That's kind of what constitutes what
But is
is
it
Wagyu.
regulated?
It has to be. It has to be now. So it's the same thing with like wines, and it's the same idea or concept with like Angus beef. Remember when Angus first came out, people were like,
Oh, this
Oh,
is
you gotta-
delicious. Yeah.
"Yeah, this is the best cut of meat."
McDonald's has Angus beef now.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of like the idea of like when you get like certain cuts of meat or the levels of it. In America, they call it like prime or choice. Right? Choice is the lower one. Prime is the higher one. So
So one is the poor choice for the poor people.
so what I eat, yes, I eat hamburger helper without the hamburger. That's what I eat.
Benny's the box.
I eat the helper. I'm eating that, bro.
He's just-
I'm literally dying right now.
I love Ben's poverty jokes.
So that's what it is, yo. So there's a hamburger helper. There's a McDonald's Angus beef, and then
There's
there's
choice,
Wagyu.
prime,
Choice,
and
prime, select, whatever, and then there's prime,
oh god.
Optimus Prime, whatever, and then there's Wagyu. So yeah, you have to have certain things. That's why they have like the prefectures, and they go like, oh,
No,
this
that's in
A4.
Japan, but I'm saying in America they don't have that here. It's like how we technically can't
There's
have
American.
Japanese Wagyu here or something, right?
It's called American Wagyu.
Oh, it
There
is
is American Wagyu, just like there's Australian Wagyu.
Is it the same cow just raised in America?
So I know that.
Does he have his green card?
So I think all cows have to have an associate's degree in media.
Only if they're a naturalized citizen.
Yeah. So they have to have that, and they have to have all their they have to have their COVID shots and everything. But I would say
If it was up to me, I'd close all the borders so there's no more.
so I think it's like also like just the way it's raised, I guess. So it's like just like they talk about cage free. It's like you have to feed them beers and massage them
I
and
feel
shit.
like that's a Japanese thing.
Yeah, they do it the best. And
I can't imagine American Wagyus being fed like Miller Lite. And then
they're
you-
watching ESPN and baseball and
and
shit.
you take the cow to like a gun range.
Yeah, dude. Yo, and but I think like in Japan, they're very, very anal about it, just like with everything they do. So
Right.
like the type of bull. I know they name their fucking cows and shit.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, we're gonna eat Trevor. I don't know why I keep saying Trevor. But yeah, we're gonna tonight we're having Trevor, like stuff like that. So yeah.
okay.
Wagyu, delicious.
Wagyu's still delicious.
Yes.
Okay. I said.
You said this one.
I
Yeah.
said something. Okay, so it's your turn then.
I was gonna say I brought this up before, but just for the general topic, I think specifically Cantonese style breakfasts are very overrated and
Okay.
whack.
I don't know if I agree or not. Tell me what is a Cantonese style breakfast in your Korean eyes.
Okay, so I could be wrong, but I think we talked about it before. But a Cantonese style breakfast. Oh shit! I hope I'm right.
No,
But
I
isn't
think
it-
I think you fucked up somewhere.
Oh really? Oh, I picked the wrong China. I think I picked the wrong Chinese. Is it? It's not the one with all that bread and shit. That's not the one.
No, that's Taiwanese style
Oh
breakfast.
shit! All right, yo, Taiwan, you guys suck at breakfast. Yo, get your shit together. Taiwanese breakfast sucks ass, bro.
Can you describe the thing so I can verify it actually is Taiwan?
Yo, all right. So gorgeous friend on the highway. You took me out to, we woke up really early. And,
Gorgeous friend is Taiwanese.
Yes, and also, now I remember, we were too early. We had to kill time.
Yes.
So we're like, let's just get breakfast. I was like, yeah, let's go to McDonald's or some shit. Right?
Yeah.
Let's get a breakfast spot. No, let's get this bullshit ass Taiwanese breakfast. I go there. We go there. And he's like, I'll order. I was like, please, please fucking mesmerize me, right? Impress me with this.
Were you actually positively anxious for the food at that time before you tried it?
I wasn't. I think I was just not in the mood for breakfast because I was just cranky from being up early. But I was like, okay, fuck it, we're here. And I remember when we got there, it was a small place. It was just us two. So it felt like a very intimate, really boring date.
Maybe the food was ruined by the company.
Maybe. But I remember he did order a good assortment of things because he was curious to what I thought.
Okay.
So he was actually really enthusiastic. So, and I'm sorry, dude, but this is what happened. You ordered like some fucking bowl with like white shit in it. Soybean. And I think it was sweet and hot. I was like, this is disgusting. Next. And he's like, all right, let me blow your mind. I ordered you a sandwich. I was like, okay, where's the rest? He's like, that's what's in it. It was a fried fucking canola or like a bear claw without the good stuff inside the sandwich. Yeah, yellowtail.
Yo-tail.
Yo. And fucking, it was disgusting. I remember I ate it. I took one bite. I was like, what the? I was like, dude, this is disgusting. I was like, this is like a little 3-year-old, was like, let me make breakfast for mommy and daddy. And he took like the toast. He toasted the toast. And then he took the slice of white bread and just put it on a pan and warmed it. That's what it felt like. He gave me that. And I think there was some kind of jelly shit at the end. And that was disgusting. And
This is by far the hottest take of the day.
yo, Taiwan, you guys have really good food in general, but step up this breakfast. I was like, this is stupid. This is disgusting. It was not enjoyable at all. Not at all, dude. So yeah, shout out to my friend for trying. And I remember he was like, I could tell he was bummed out. Like he was like, oh, you don't like any of this shit?
Yeah.
I think he was like, yo, this is borderline racism or something. I don't know. And I was like, dude, I can't eat this shit, bro. I tried. I just didn't like it. I know you agree with me, bro.
I actually like Taiwanese breakfast.
For
I think,
real?
Yeah, I think it's fine. Because I like soybean, both the sweet and the savory one.
I don't get that, bro.
I think youtiao is fine with kanji. That's the
Yo.
fried dough. I think that's fine with kanji.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Do you like kanji? Kanji
love
is not
kanji.
specifically a Taiwanese thing. It's a very Asian thing
rice
overall.
porridge. Yeah.
But
I
do you
love
like kanji?
I
Okay,
love
so it's
kanji.
fine. What
I
else
love
is very
kanji.
Taiwanese? Have you ever had like it's like a scallion pancake and it's wrapped in like sliced beef
Whoa.
rolled?
I was gonna say that's Korean
with some hoisin sauce on it?
Well, I have. I forgot that. I didn't know that was Taiwanese actually.
Yeah.
Taiwan, make that your breakfast. Make that your breakfast sandwich.
That is their breakfast.
Oh, that?
Yeah.
Why, dude? Yo, Harry friend.
Have you ever had it looks like an
Why,
onigiri, but it's in tube form?
Why you?
Do you know what onigiri is, right?
Yeah.
So it's onigiri.
Why do you keep doing it that hand? Lingjie's holding an invisible shaft with both hands.
Because it's in tube form.
Oh, dude, sir, do it like boobies.
So it's rice in tube form.
Is it like this or this?
It's rice in tube form. Because when you roll it,
it's actually a tube. So it's like a roll.
It's an onigiri. It's like an
okay.
onigiri cigar.
Okay, gotcha. It's a cut roll that hasn't been cut yet.
Yes, okay. And it has a few things inside. That's also a Taiwanese style breakfast.
See, delicious.
You never had it before.
Yo, I just realized, why did you pick the shittiest stuff off the menu?
It was his fault.
Dude. I'm gonna have Taiwanese breakfast with the non-Taiwanese Chinese guy. And I swear to God, if it's bomb, dude, like you suck representing your country.
Ben reverses his hot take.
Yeah.
Taiwanese food is not trash. His Taiwanese friend is trash.
Yeah, everything those two items right there, I would love to have that.
Okay, we're gonna try something new next time.
Yeah, that sounds fucking delicious, actually, dude. All right, what's your hot take, bro?
I think generally speaking, noodle soup is not as good as fried noodles.
Noodle soup is
not as good
noodle.
as fried noodles.
I'm not lying.
I prefer fried noodles most of the time over a soup noodle variety.
I was gonna say, I feel like you people,
Chinese people,
yeah,
we have a lot of soups too.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, I think you guys you're the front runner for like crispy noodles. No, I feel like Japanese people don't do it.
When you say crispy noodles, do you just mean like pan sauteed noodles? That's what I'm trying to say. Like a stir fried noodle is dry versus a soup noodle, which is a noodle in broth.
I was thinking about what do you call it? The one where it looks like someone just took instant ramen, but it's still
that's like seafood fried noodle.
Dude,
thing.
that's so good though.
Yeah, because that's extra crispy.
I love that one.
Okay,
that's really good.
But that has like a thicker sauce over it too.
Yeah. It's like a gravy almost.
That I would say. What I'm trying to say is soup noodles, I think, are generally kind of mid and boring overall. And I know every type of Asian has their version of like a home style comforting noodle soup thing.
Mm-hmm.
I usually just prefer their version of a fried noodle. Whatever ethnicity of Asian they are, if they can fry that same noodle in some kind of like seasoning, I prefer it. Keep your soup, take that noodle, fry it in the wok or whatever vehicle you want, and I feel like that's better than you putting it into a broth. Maybe that's just because I'm not like a soup noodle person, period.
I'm thinking about it. I would say for most part, I agree with you on that. But there are some really good fucking soup noodles, bro.
I mean, pho ramen is
dude.
good.
Yeah, dude. Like almost Japanese ramen in general. But if you really think about it, ramen is, to make ramen, it's first deep fried.
That's instant ramen.
Isn't it? Oh, you're right.
No. Instant noodles are first deep fried.
You're
Regular
right.
fresh ramen noodles are not.
You are right. Yes.
So that's right different. That's more about the broth. Like fresh ramen is more about the broth in my eyes than it is about the actual noodle. When you have instant noodles, that shit is deep fried to preserve it indefinitely for the future, right? But fresh ramen, I think, is okay. But even then, I would rather have like something drier. Like instead of a ramen, I would have like a sukemen, which is the ramen that you dip in like the thicker sauce, right?
I was gonna say like you just want the flour before it becomes noodle form. That's how dry you want it.
I don't know.
No, I agree with it.
I love pho, but if you told me pho or like a stir fry sauteed noodle, I'd probably pick the sauteed noodle.
Pho is really good though.
Even though I like pho, I love pho.
It's
one of the few things that I like in terms of soup form noodles, but I would still rather have like a sauteed noodle over it.
That's a good hot take. That's hard. And I'm also salivating now.
You know why? Because so many people obsess over their homemade noodle soup. Like Taiwanese people have the niu man, which is the beef noodle soup. That's like their...
Oh, that is really good. Actually, dude, that's fucking fire.
I don't think that's fire.
What?
I don't think that's good.
It's so good. Lingjie.
But the broth is like kind of mid. Sometimes it's tomato-y based, sometimes it's not. But I'm saying
you're
like,
right.
I think the broth is kind of mid. Even like most pho broth. I'm sorry, but
I mean that makes sense. Yeah.
Unless it's home, like really home from scratch stewed, because most of the pho places, unfortunately, use like a base store-bought pho, and then they'll add a little bit of like pork bone into it, right?
Right.
But it's not from scratch though, so that's why
Right.
they all kind of taste the same.
I would say Korean pho is in that category of like it's very mid-average pho. It's not even really pho if you think about it.
Even like Korean noodles. What's the hand-cut Korean noodles called?
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Our soup noodles, unless it's spicy, delicious. But if it's not, bro, it's really really bland.
Right?
Yeah, so it's like it has like they even put potatoes in it. I'm like, this is more bland. This is like oatmeal. I'm like, this is fucking Asian oatmeal. I don't like it. So I agree with you on that.
You know, I just realized.
What?
Is there a sauteed Korean noodle? I can't think of a one.
Yo, you look actually really concerned. Like, Lingjie looks mad concerned right now.
Has your whole country never put noodles in the wok before?
Like, yeah, I'm trying to think. There has to be. I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, there has to be at the Korean-style Chinese restaurant. There's probably a sauteed.
Oh man, dude, Chinese Korean restaurants.
No, Korean-style Chinese restaurants.
Yes,
you have to be very specific. Korean-style Chinese restaurants.
Yo, those are so good. We still have to go try it. Like one day, like I want us to like go make that. Then it's cheap. I'll order it. Not our highway friend.
But back to my question: is there a stir-fried Korean noodle?
I'm trying to think. There has to be. I just can't think of it.
You guys would rather put noodles in a bath of ice before you put it in the wok?
We rather
it doesn't make any sense.
Technically japchae is. That's the closest thing.
Is japchae stir fried?
It is. You could cook it in a pan. Yeah, because all the ingredients you want to dump it in. I
thought it's just everything mixed together after each component is cooked separately.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
is it actually stirred, like tossed in a?
You could put it in a pan and like make it warm. I've had it that way.
Japchae is the least stir fried of any stir fried noodle.
That's what I'm saying. It's barely barely stirred.
It's like it looked at the pot and then they said, "I'm done."
Shit, slightly seared.
Huh.
Yeah,
all right, guys. If we're missing something, because I cannot think of a single stir fried Korean noodle dish that's authentic.
I feel like it's like it's so obvious, but I just can't think of it.
All right, if it comes to my mind, I'll think of it later. Okay, right. I had the soup thing. What was your next thing?
I was gonna say
give me a final one from your list that you want.
Chinese bakeries, they suck.
You suck. Ben sucks. Ben sucks. Guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Ben sucks. Chinese bakeries all day, every day.
Cakes suck.
Fuck that. Bread suck. Cakes. Bread.
Chinese cupcakes suck.
We don't have cupcakes.
I know. That's how much you guys. That's how much you guys suck, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Even when you people make like bread, it sucks. You just look at me. Korean bakeries, delicious.
Korean bakeries, basically French.
Yeah, we fucking rock it.
Delicious because it's just French bakeries.
That's all right, baby.
It's French bakeries with a Korean Gen Zer at the cashier.
Korean Gen Zer. And she has like purple hair and shit.
Someone's probably yelling at her and she has to...
Yeah, Chloe. We're talking to Chloe Kim. Chloe Park.
Chloe Park. Sarah Park.
Yeah, Jen. We know.
Jennifer Park.
Or Grace Lee. We know it's you.
How many of those people do you think listen to the podcast? A variation of the people we just named.
Some of those people I actually know. There's a few of them. The Sarahs out there.
What's wrong with the Chinese bakery?
I just named it, bro.
It's cheap. Plus,
it
tastes good.
It tastes like shit. I think it's bland, bro.
Do you think because the base dough is the same and it's just different fillings, different shapes? Is that why?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm trying to ask you a real question.
I just think like it's not very creative. I think it's very bland. It feels like I'm eating hospital food, and this blood pressure is rising. Yeah, I don't know.
I think you don't like the base dough that they use for a lot of.
Is that what it is?
I think it is because at Paris Baguette, the pastries each one is slightly different, and maybe some of them are more buttery, more like.
That's what I think.
I think the texture of the base dough that they use, because a lot of Chinese bakeries have one dough that they make, and that dough is turned into different shapes with different fillings and different everything.
And this is the thing. And you are right about it being very French,
very French, European.
But the thing is, like, what I like about the Korean shit is that it's number one, the fact that it's actually like on par, like it's good quality. But it's like I like the fact that they take chances and risk. So there's some doughs that there's like a very chewy soft dough that they put like just powdered sugar on it. So it's almost like what's the thing? Like almost like a churro. Like it's almost like a very soft churro.
It's weird how Korean culture loves churros.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
In Korea, they also love churros.
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, there's a lot of videos. But like that's what I'm saying, like that. And then obviously there's the ones that's like croissant influence. But like it being flaky, buttery.
Here's the thing: Chinese
know?
bakeries are not there to innovate; they're there just to feed the masses. When you're trying to
wow, so that sounds so appealing.
when you're there trying to feed the masses that's already used to a certain style,
Yeah.
there's no point trying to innovate and create like a churro style hot dog bun.
Yeah, prison food.
Yeah, fuck that shit. You don't need it. Everyone loves your food.
They don't love it.
They love it. It's good.
No.
Do you think the random Caucasian dude that gets a bagel with egg and sausage and a coffee every single morning loves his thing, or is just good enough that he can eat it every day?
I think he loves it.
It's the same exact thing that the Chinese person that goes to a bakery and gets like a hot dog
no.
or something.
Nope.
It's the same exact thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not because look, I would say like you guys look more forward to your hot bubble tea than the actual food. And this is the thing. That's why like if you look at a bagel, right? There's a reason like what bagels have like so many different like flavorings, toppings, cream cheeses. They're expanding on
These
it.
buns have different creams on it sometimes too.
Yes, sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, oh, what did you put in there? Oh, we put tapioca. I don't know. It's just like a lot of dough, and it just looks bland. It looks.
Bagel looks bland too, right? It's the exact same fucking shape.
No. Because a bagel, you could toast it. You could have everything on it. You could have just garlic on it. You could have fucking poppy seeds on that shit. You can have a rainbow. See?
There's a lot of Chinese bun with seeds and sesame seeds on it. I just think you hate the base dough. I figured out you hate the base dough.
I don't know, man.
I think it's the base dough.
I don't know. Every time I go to like a Chinese bakery, I feel like everything's very, very like mundane. That's how I just feel.
The one thing I will agree with you is coffee at the Chinese bakery is always not very good.
No, it's not.
It's always somehow not very good.
That's what I'm saying. It has like a very like.
But that's because Asian people, or at least Chinese people, prefer to drink milk tea in the morning over coffee. That's more of a Western influence. Yes, they do it now. Yes, it's much more common. But historically speaking, it's usually a milk tea in the morning with a bun.
I would say this. I like having milk tea without tapioca and hot.
Yeah, just a regular milk tea.
It's delicious.
Not with the boba.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah.
I love that more than bubble tea.
Me too. I agree.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, standard hot milk tea. Even though I don't like milk, but if I had to pick one or the other, I would just have like from a bakery, hot tea, less on the sugar, light on the milk also if possible.
Yeah, and for some reason for that one, it doesn't have to be fancy at all, but there's something about the tea with the milk, it just being warm. It really does feels good for you. It feels like it's for your soul.
All right, guys, I'm gonna put Ben's address in the bottom. Send him all the Chinese buns that you want. Send him as many Chinese buns as you want. Tell him why he's a piece of shit for not liking it.
I would be so upset. I actually would be upset. I'm feeding this to pigeons.
And the pigeons fly away.
Imagine.
All right, guys, we're at Ranting and Raving. This is our favorite part of the whole podcast where we like to bitch about something bad and rave about something good happening in our lives.
Yeah.
Ben, what do you got going on with you in this middle of September day?
Shit, what was I gonna say? I don't know if I mentioned this, but about the post office.
You complain about the post office a lot on this podcast.
Yes. So I forgot if I mentioned this already, but for the longest time, so post offices, the lawns are fucking long. The workers take their time, right?
Yeah.
People, when they go, they have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
You mean the customers also don't know? Yeah, they are very confused.
Yeah, a lot of times it's their first time ever doing that kind of stuff. And I didn't realize this, but those kiosks, I'm so pissed at myself. I didn't realize that this whole time I would wait on the line and then I'll have them scan my QR code.
Yeah.
For them to print it. And then I'll put it on my package and then do the thing. I didn't realize I could just go to those fucking kiosks because they have fucking QR scanners.
Oh, and then they print it out for
and
you?
They print it out there. I didn't know that.
Can you then just drop it off into like a big bin on the side?
Yeah, dude.
Instead of waiting online?
So I remember I realized that and I was like, oh my God. Because I remember the line was so ridiculously long, but I had to get rid of it that day. And then I was just like, wait a minute, those kiosks, I always see them. I was like, no way. Because I realized they have that little part where the red light comes out. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that might be a QR reader. And I would say like the past almost year.
You've been waiting online?
Yes.
Dumbass.
Yeah.
What a dumbass.
Yeah, dude. That's the one time I was like, I know there's, you learn from your mistakes. This is the one mistake I was really pissed off.
I'm also surprised that throughout the course of you physically waiting online, that no teller ever told you, oh, if this is all that you're doing today, in the future, you can go over there.
Holy shit.
Let's put the blame on someone else besides yourself. But I love blaming other people even though I could have done better.
Yeah, fuck you guys. How could you not tell me that? Yo, technically now, since you brought it up, Do you know how much more time you guys would save and less customers if you just try to direct people to use kiosk? Yo, dude, you're right.
Yeah,
fuck this.
it's
I'm gonna
all their
deflect.
fault.
I'm gonna deflect.
It's all their fault.
Yeah, USPS. Fuck you guys.
Hey, but
Now, what do you got?
even though we're a month out of the Olympics, because the Olympics happened last month in August.
Yeah.
So long ago. It happened so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to give a quick shout out to a lot of the. So I'm Chinese, but I'm also Winso.
Yes.
There is actually an Olympic swimmer that won gold, and was it the 200? What's the
Fastest
distance
one?
when you swim one way and then back one way and then that's it? Is that 200 meters?
It's either 200 or 100, but I think it's 200.
I think it's 200 because one way I think is 100
It is
meters.
200 because 100 is the shortest in running. So I think it's 200.
Okay, so the 200 meter freestyle swim, he broke his own world record.
Whoa.
And he specifically is the type of Chinese that I am. So shout out to him.
That I am.
That I am. So he's also Winso from the same province. And one final, so that's the rave part of it. One rant part of it is, you know how like this year in the Olympics that happened last month in August, China was actually semi-dominant in swimming. I know one of the women took home like I think 5 or 6 different medals, and then this guy that I'm talking about won gold as well. And he also won gold in the team relay. You know, the one where 4 people going one after the other. So he also basically helped to win that gold medal for his team as well. So China has been doing unnaturally well in swimming this year. So what does that mean? Racism. Racism in the form of questioning whether or not, China must be doping now.
Oh, yeah.
Because why else would they be winning this time?
I remember that Chinese athlete. She said that. She brought up like, why is it that like when, I forgot which runner she brought up in America, and then she brought up Michael Phelps. I was like, that's a really fair argument to bring up. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
She had a point.
Because, it is kind of weird. Not weird. I want to use the right word here. It is kind of out of the ordinary if suddenly there's a country that is traditionally not good at something that starts doing very well in it.
Right.
But for it to be like, they must be on drugs, right? Let's start drug testing them. It can't possibly be like, maybe this generation had like one guy that had all the good genes.
Right.
Right.
Maybe
that happens sometimes, right?
Maybe you just finally got better at it.
Yeah. Better practice, better coaching, and just a couple people with the right genes got good coaching this time, right?
Yeah.
And
I realized that this Olympics, not only was it I felt like it was the most wholesome. It was the first Olympics where a lot of the athletes showed their personality, and the Olympics was very open-minded about it.
Yeah.
So, props to you for that. And also China was winning a lot of things that, I wasn't accustomed to. So like powerlifting, China has been really well
they
known
have
for
a couple
doing it.
people, yeah.
You're right. So they actually have a lot of people that repeat a lot.
Yep.
But the swimming thing, I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah.
There was just a lot more Chinese, winners that showed their personality. Like that little girl, I think she was Chinese, where she
she
was,
bit the medal?
Yeah, she bit the medal. I thought, that was really fucking adorable. I think she was silver, but that was such a great moment. Just like people from other cultures learning about each other.
Yeah.
I thought this was the first Olympics where it was very.
I also love the
heartwarming.
pictures when it's North Korea and South Korea taking the pictures
selfie
together.
thing, right?
Yeah, taking selfies together.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, I think there was a Chinese athlete where he consoled one of the athletes. I think it was from running, and he was consoling the other athlete, and I was like, oh wow, this is really nice, like seeing a lot of like compassion for each other.
Yeah. So please, guys, I'm not trying to be some nationalistic Chinese person. I just think that when people start doing well and you have no evidence of them doing anything, that you immediately go to like, they must be doping or something like that. That's not cool, guys. That's not cool.
It's not cool. And also, guys, hail China.
Okay, we're at the outro. Guys, it's been an amazing day for us. We are
Triple header.
extremely tired. I would like to think that even though this is the 3rd hour of us screaming back and forth,
We're doing a 4th one.
yeah.
Yo, if I had more time.
I was joking with Ben that maybe in the future, if the schedule permits us, we should just record 4 episodes in a day.
Yo.
We'll take like a nap in between episodes 2 and 3 or something.
Yeah.
And just chug a lot of caffeine, but that would save us so much time on like scheduling and like meeting up.
If like we have a lot more time on the day, right? I would consider doing it. Just say like, let's try it.
There are some times when we do these triple headers that I can feel the energy like dying.
Sapping, right? Yeah.
But I think today was relatively okay.
I'm not lying. I think, when you're saying about like the what ifs and the I think I was doing pretty well today. And also about energy. But yeah, like we made it to the end.
energy was still there. If you
Even
guys
today.
can't really tell that we've been screaming for what would probably be 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
That's a lot of screaming back and forth.
Yeah. We really mean it when like after we record, we could actually use like a nap. Like
I'm so tired afterwards.
yeah,
I'm so fucking tired.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys for all the support. If you do us a favor, tell your friends and family about the podcast. If you are a big fan of the podcast and you have not done so, please leave us a 5-star review on Apple or Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
We're done begging for money, but we'll keep begging for reviews. So if you have not done that for us so far, you can do that. And that means a lot to us. Helps with the algorithm, helps with all that jazz. And honestly, I just like reading the small little comments that come up sometimes.
Yeah.
They do mean a lot to us. I also realized I shouldn't read them publicly because I don't know if the people want me to read them publicly. Because in the past, I did on some of them.
I mean, I would say...
So I won't, in case that discourages you from leaving reviews, I won't read it publicly. But I personally, and Ben also does, we get a kick out of reading them.
Yeah, it gives us that extra energy, like that fruit platter that we have.
Like that fruit platter.
You are
the sugar of our lives. You are the overpriced H-Mart fruit platter of our lives.
Thank you for being our fruit platter.
Follow us on all the social medias. Come say hi to Ben. Ben will pass on any hellos to me as well.
Hello. Yep.
And if we have nothing else, then I guess we'll catch you guys next time, guys. All right?
Yeah, I think it's been pretty smooth sailings.
Yeah. I love my trip to Hawaii that I'm about to go on right now, even though it's in the future in September. Ben, how was your trip to France?
It was lovely. All the baguettes in the world. The red wine was delicious. Au revoir. Omelette du fromage.
Mahalo, guys. Bye.
Peace.